is up, everybody? We're back in here once again, man, for another episode of the weekly win streak. It's your boy CP3 Bets. As always, I'm joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? You're looking mighty sharp over there, my boy, with your haircut.
Thank you, brother. Yep. We lowered the ears, like they said in the old days.
Got rid of the mullet and went to clean cut. I like it.
Yeah. Nice little comb over. It's business. We got business with Vegas this weekend. T, how are you?
Man, we're doing good. We got back-to-back sweeps. We put that miserable Sunday long behind us. We're on a 3-day win streak now. We made back all the coin we lost on that Sunday in 3 days. I figured it'd be a long, drawn-out process throughout this week, but, we got to it, man. Stuck to our guns. Believed in myself and just kept on pumping. So I'm feeling great, man. I've almost defeated the flu as well. I'm at probably firing at 90% capacity right now. So
nice.
We're getting there, man. What about you?
4-4 yesterday. Bad beat again, but that's okay. That's all right. That's what I get for betting on Michigan as an Ohio State alumni. It's just like, hey, you get what you get.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I really just try to pick my spot. I will say I liked Michigan. I was right there with you. So I would have took that L as well, but I was just stuck with I just try to stick with what I knew yesterday at those college football games. I can't lie, man. Those college football games are horrible to watch, but I'll always say this. I'll watch the worst fucking game of my entire life if that's what it takes in order for me to get paid.
Facts.
We're not to have fun watching sports. We're in this to make money, man. So as shit as it was to watch, hey, look at that. You're already getting compliments on the haircut. Looking high and tight, bro.
Thank you, David.
I mean, that UNLV game was miserable, bro. And honestly, I don't even know if they would have covered if that quarterback didn't get hurt, but he got hurt and they couldn't. That third string, I mean, man, UNLV's offense looked terrible yesterday. Haj Malik looked like he didn't even know how to throw the football. So, we'll take it at the end of the day, man. And whatever it takes to get paid, I'll take it. I'm never going to complain about that. I can't tell you the amount of bad breaks I've had over this past season that we deserved every single bit of that and more yesterday.
I love to hear it. I love to see you killing it. I love to see it just absolutely smacking Vegas around.
Hey, we're taking belt to ass again today. Best believe that. Yeah, man, we got some good plays today. I like this board for sure. I will say Thursday Night Football tonight's going to be very interesting. I capped the game pretty in depth. I actually kind of disagreed with everybody on a certain angle of the game, but I don't know. I felt a little stronger about what I ended up playing. But, yeah, I definitely had some disagreement for me with what I've seen a lot of the popular pick today. But I also can't say that, I loved it enough to play it. I did like what I ended up going with the most today. But, bro, you ready for these college football playoff games? Have you looked at them at all?
Yeah, I'm pumped. Just briefly, there's a lot of large spreads, and it just feels like they're begging you to take the favorites. I don't know if this is going to be chalky. We've never seen this before as a bettor. You know what I'm saying? We've never seen the sports playoffs, so we don't know if it's going to be chalky, if there's a sharp side to this. The more and more I look at this, I do kind of like Indiana, but I still probably going to play Notre Dame.
I think I'm going to take Indiana. I think I'm taking the over in the Penn State game. I'll just say this. I don't really see a quality win for SMU. I think the ACC is pathetic. I honestly think that the chalk will probably hit in the first 2 games on Saturday, and then I think the late game we'll see the upset, man. Tennessee taking your boys out.
Wow. You're probably right.
So that's what I'm thinking right now. I will say I haven't capped these games in depth enough. I'm going to tomorrow. I mean, dude, there's just so much on right now, so much to look at, so much to deal with. I'm going game by game tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be fucking awesome, man. We got 2 bowl games, one at noon, one at 3:30. Then we got Ohio State game, and then Saturday, I mean, we got NFL, we got college football. It's a great time to be alive, boys. Buckle up. It's time to get paid and listen to the boys. Bro, I know you got plays for us today, though, in college basketball. You want to go ahead and take us to class real quick on college basketball?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Really, I don't like the slate today. I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot of games to begin with, and the games that are there are not amazing. The one game that I found a really good angle on, it's an ugly game, but it's Belmont and UC Irvine. We're going to take UC Irvine on the money line. It's a little bit juicy at minus 135. But at the end of the day, I think Belmont hides behind a good record and hides behind the fact they've played some really, really bad teams. Basically, Belmont is like a really, really good AAU team that doesn't play any defense. You know those AAU teams that just run up the court, like they'll fast break you to death, but you can score on them because they never get back. They're high-fiving and they're like fucking around.
Yeah.
Without the high-fiving and fucking around because it's college basketball, Belmont plays zero defense. Literally zero defense. They're 294th in all of college basketball and defensive efficiency, 147th in rebounding, and 228th in free throw percentage. If this is going to be a close game, which the spread indicates it is, I want a team that shoots well from the free throw line, that plays good defense, and UC Irvine is all of those. UC Irvine, and they do score pretty well. They score 72 points a game, so not really worried about them getting outscored. And also, both of these two teams, UC Irvine and Belmont, are in the top 70 in adjusted tempo ranking. So they both fast. They like to run and gun. They like to run and gun. Irvine is 6th in defensive rebounds in the nation. They're number 2 in the nation in free throw percentage, shooting 83.3% from the line as a team. That's outstanding. So, again, all this coming back to it's supposed to be a close game. Belmont's not good. They haven't played anybody, and I like Irvine here. Also, lastly, there is a same opponent, a like opponent, which was Loyola Marymount, and Belmont lost to Marymount 63-77, while UC Irvine beat them by 14 on the road at Loyola. So I really like Irvine tonight.
Okay. I actually have a little input here in college basketball, not on that game. I'll be honest with you. I don't know anything about those teams, but South Dakota, our team is in action tonight. They're now 9-1 to the over by 16.4 points per game, undefeated at home to the over. I believe they're 5-0 by about the same margin to the over as well. But if I'm being honest with y'all, I don't really love the spot to take the over in the South Dakota game here today. Look at these. When I look at this team and their matchup here, I don't know if Utah Tech can do anything. They're ranked 307th. Like, this is a really bad basketball team. So I'm going to pass on the over in this game. I don't know if Utah Tech will be able to do anything here, but just saying they're 9-1 to the over plus 16.4 units. Maybe you want to take it. It's up to you there, but I'm going to stay away from that one there. South Dakota, though, over wagon is in action tonight. Let's keep it moving here, though. Let's go to where should we go next? NBA or college? I say we go to NBA. We'll give people more time to get in here. I'm sure everyone wants to hear about the bowl game today. So we'll go to the NBA here today, guys. And look, we have a huge matchup today, guys, in the NBA. It's between the New York Knicks and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you look at this game, Dante DiCincenzo and Julius Randle and a first-round pick were traded by the Knicks for Karl Anthony Towns this offseason. And what happened when these teams played each other in the preseason? They had to be separated. DiCincenzo got into it with Brunson's father. There's definitely some hatred here between these two teams and a little bit of ill will going on. And now you look at the matchup today, guys, and these two teams are going at it for the first one of their only 2 meetings in the regular season. Towns does make his return to Minnesota. I don't hate him to go over 40.5 PRA. I really don't. I really don't know why I'm not firing on it, but I'm not. I'm going to go to the other side of things. Julius Randle. He was traded from the Knicks, felt like he never really got the love he deserved. He was Mr. Nick while he was there, led them to the playoffs that one year. They took his picture down off the wall while he was still on the team, all types of stuff. He's pretty pissed off about getting traded. I can't even lie. I think this is the Julius Randle game. He's only at 19.5 points. There's no inflation on it here for being a revenge. Julius Randle loves to shoot the basketball. I think he's going to come correct in this game. I wouldn't be shocked at all to see Julius Randle give him 30 in this game. I think this will be one of his biggest performances of the entire season. I don't see Dante DiCincenzo props posted. If they had any up for him, I would hit those as well. But we'll take Randle to go over 19.5 points, and I couldn't talk anybody out of Cat to go over 40.5 PRA here as well.
I love that angle. Love that angle. Revenge. We want revenge. Oh, you want to kick me out? You want to rip my fucking picture off the wall while I'm still here? All right. I'll drop a fucking 40 burger on you. How about a 50 burger? Bang. Has he ever had a 50 piece? Randall?
Yeah, he has.
Fuck. I wonder what the odds on that are, just as like a sprinkle.
Let's see what the Randall escalator is looking like.
While TP3 is looking that up, guys, I do have one play in the NBA very quickly. We're going to kind of move fast through this show today because we got a lot to cover. We got a lot of sports, a lot of games. I was talking to TP3 in the green room. Honestly, I thought he was going to hate this play, and then he gave me news that I didn't even know about because I was getting my hair cut and I was doing things like Christmas shopping. And then he gave me this news, and I thought I was double fucked. But he says, no, I like it even more. I said, what in the fuck? Anyways, we're taking Toronto -4. I know, Toronto's terrible, but they are 19-8 against the spread, and they're 5-1 against the spread at home in December. Brooklyn's played 2 road games in December, and both of them have been losses by 15 points or more. No Cam Thomas tonight. Nets are the worst defensive rebounding team in all of basketball. So the fact that Toronto is undersized and doesn't have anybody to rebound, it's like a perfect marriage. And I think it doesn't necessarily negatively impact the Raptors. Also, the Nets are elite on the perimeter. They're 5th in three-pointers made and 4th in three-point percentage. But Toronto is 10th in the entire league in perimeter three-point defense. So I do believe it's going to, you have a strength on strength and home court advantage. Sharp money's on Toronto. You have 58% of the money on Toronto, while only 57% of the bet is on Brooklyn. So 58 of the money is on Toronto on the spread. 57 of the bet is on Brooklyn, meaning the squares are on the Nets. The sharps, like Bro and TB3, are on Toronto. I don't know. TB3 is not on Toronto, but he said he liked to play. So
yeah, I do like this play a lot, actually. You're basically swapping Barrett for Barnes here in this game. I'd rather have Barnes out there anyway than Barrett. So I like this play quite a good bit, to be honest with you. I mean, Toronto's like 7-20 on the season, I want to say, and they're 6-8 at home this season. So there's all you need to know right there. So the highest my book has is Julius Randle to score 36 plus points is plus 1832. 1,832 is the odds. So I just put $5 on it because why not? It pays $91, so it pays close to a unit for putting $5 on that. So 37-piece inbound for Julius Randle, maybe. But yeah, honestly, the total in the game's only like 212 or 213. So that's why I don't want to go too crazy in this game on props, just for that reason. I honestly kind of like the over. I think both teams are going to be ready to roll, but at the same time, since they hate each other, they might really just like try to lock down on defense. But I think Randall's going to score 20 in his sleep in this game. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to see him hit this in like the third quarter. So really like that one. Let's see here. There's a lot of games in the NBA. Fuck it. Let's get one more play in here in the NBA. Let's see. I wish we had the news on a certain player so I could give you all a side for tonight, but he's still not announced in or out yet. So you know what? Let's go to let me look at my props, see which one I like the most, the next most. Randall's definitely my favorite play of the entire day, though, in the NBA. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all that. All right, let's go with a sharp play here. We're going to take Clint Capella over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Onyeka Okongwu, the Hawks' backup center, is out, and he honestly plays quite a good bit here. So Capella should see an uptick in minutes due to that reason. And then also on top of the fact that he's out, you look at the flip side of things here. The Spurs are going to play Wemby. They're going to play Zach Collins. The Spurs play big men in almost all their lineups. So Capella's going to have to play a lot of minutes here. I think Capella will log closer to 30 minutes. So I think he's going to grab the Spurs aren't a good rebounding team. They grade out one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. They allow a lot of points in the paint as well. They don't grade out as a great one either. So I think with all those things being said, I think they're going to crash the glass here in this game. I wouldn't be shocked to see Capella pull down like 15 rebounds alone. That's why I went with that instead of a double-double. I don't hate taking the double-double. It's plus money right now at plus 125, but I would rather just take Capella to get his PRA in this game. I think he'll get to at least 10 points, and I think he could pull down 15 rebounds alone. And assists are just something extra for us here.
Really like that play. And guys, I don't know if you remember this, but I've been on Capella a few times this year, and I've actually cashed Capella double-double at plus money. So, yeah, I really like that play. Really sharp there. Sharp. I didn't know Onyeka was out. Otherwise, I might have looked at it because AI kind of liked it. My AI thing is all fucked up, dude. It's all fucked up. But it did like Capella.
Well, maybe that's not good then. It like Capella. Hey, what up, Parlay Ninja? What up, Jay Glass? We got B Custom in the chat, man. We got everybody rolling in here. We just need your boy in here, and then we'll have the whole squad in the chat right now. But there's a lot of games, guys, in the NBA tonight, so there should be plenty of opportunity to get some money. Another play I liked I didn't take was Kevin Durant over 25.5 points. I mean, what do? We always fade the Pacers with them taking one of the better scorers on the other team. I don't see them having anybody to check Durant whatsoever. So that was another play I leaned towards right there in the NBA tonight. But let's keep it rolling here, guys. We got a bowl game tonight. Let's see, what's the name of this bowl game, man? I honestly can't even remember the name of all these bowl games. Okay, it's the Caesars Superdome, the New Orleans Bowl. And we have Georgia Southern taking on Sam Houston State in this game. Georgia Southern's currently a 4-point favorite right now. Total's at 48. Bro, what do you like in this game?
Well, originally I'd said I'm not betting bowl games. I'm just doing the college football playoffs, and that's it. I didn't want to deal with the transfer portal. Then I started looking at things, and I do think there's value in these games. I don't want to miss out on it. So I understand that Georgia Southern has a terrible bowl game history, which I don't love. I get that. But here's the deal. I just can't ignore that Georgia Southern has a much better resume. Okay, they almost beat Boise State in the season opener. They went on the road and beat a tough Nevada team that's pretty good at stopping the run, which is what Georgia Southern really likes to do. So that win there is even more impressive. They got to experience Ole Miss. Okay, they got their shit kicked in, but to experience that, you learn something. Watch somebody that's better at you doing something, you're going to learn something. Promise you. So I really like that. At the end of the day, they beat Marshall. They beat James Madison, who's a bowl team. They beat App State. This is a good football team. Sam Houston State, Conference USA is shit. We fucking TP3 and I banned Conference USA. We said we're not talking about it. We're not betting on it. And there's a fucking reason for that. These teams suck. I don't care if their starting QB's playing. Western Kentucky tried that bullshit last night, like the last hurrah, our little honeymoon bye to Velt Camp. And the dude, I mean, he played all right, but it didn't work out for them. So I really, really like Georgia Southern here, minus the 4. Couple of stats for you. Georgia Southern is 60th in rush success. Sam Houston State is 106th in rush defense. And Southern is 15th in the nation in finishing drives. With Sam Houston not being able to score as efficiently rather as you'd like to see, Georgia Southern at 15th in the nation and finishing drives is huge. I think we're going to see Georgia Southern win by a touchdown. T, what do you got for me?
I couldn't agree more. Here's the transfer portal right now. Some of these guys are going to play, so keep this in mind. I'm not saying all these guys are out, but here's their transfer portal. Running back, Jay Ducker, Simeon Evans, wide receiver, Isaiah Carter. Let's put it this way. They're starting running back, starting wide receivers, both starting safeties, starting defensive end, starting corner, starting linebacker, starting defensive tackle, tight end, linebacker, DT, D end, RB, backup quarterback are all in the portal. A certain bit of these guys are not going to play in the game, but a lot of them will play. Pretty much everyone's going to play in this game for Georgia Southern, except for a wide receiver that got 63 snaps and their backup quarterback. Their quarterback, French, actually has pretty good numbers at hitting explosives in the pass game and throwing downfield. You look at Sam Houston's run defense, they're outside of the top 100 in stopping the run. You look also as well at the rush attack here for Georgia Southern. They're actually top 60 in running the ball. I mean, we've talked about it. Bro said it, man. We talked about it all season long. This conference is trash, guys. Look at what they did in Conference USA. They barely beat Louisiana Tech. They barely beat Kennesaw State. And they barely beat beat UTEP. Like, they're barely beating teams that were either joke teams in college football or like Louisiana Tech's literally in a bowl game because somebody dropped out. This is not a decent football team at all. They're only 9-3 because they're in Conference USA. If they played in like the Sun Belt, I don't even know if they'd win 6 games, to be honest with you. And you look at Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern blew a huge lead late to a bad Troy team, and that's the reason why they didn't win 10 or win 9 games this year, and they'd be going for 10 wins here. I think Georgia Southern takes it to them straight up, man. There's a huge talent level in these teams, and head coach Jay Dicker. Is it Jay Dicker? I can't remember what the head coach's name is for them, but he's gone for Sam Houston. So he's not even going to be there here. I think Sam Houston's going to get clapped in this game. Georgia Southern, give me Georgia Southern in this game.
Love it. I love that we're on the same side. We're on the sharp side. We're on the right side, folks. Georgia Southern. They're going to smack that ass. Also,
Yeah, no,
Sam Houston needed overtime to beat Kennesaw State. Statistically, the worst college football team in the nation.
that's where I went to college, by the way, Kennesaw State.
I know, I didn't want to rub that in, but.
Nah, it's all right. I think it's funny. Hey, we cashed their season win total under 2.5, baby, so can't be bad about that.
Cash it. Okay? So, before. We got just enough time. Before we pivot to the NFL, because we know that's what you want, the grand finale. We've already talked about the Indiana game and the Indiana Notre Dame game the other day. So let's try to exclude that game if we can. Do you see another? Shit! I just set myself up for a fucking ass clapping. But do you see another upset happening in the first round of the college football playoffs, or is this chalk being laid across the board?
You know, I wouldn't be shocked if chalk got laid across the board, but I really, unfortunately, bro, I think Tennessee's going to beat Ohio State. I really do. I just don't believe in what they got going on there. They got a lot of problems up there. Like, I think this game either goes one of two ways. It either goes like the Ohio State-Georgia game did, where they come out motivated and they look like their heads are on fire, or they come out and get clapped. And, I mean, they've had a lot of injuries, man, on the offensive line. And let's be honest, you don't have the depth like you used to have in college football. Tennessee's going to get the things going in this game. I mean, dude, I think Tennessee can definitely win this game. Will Howard choked. I mean, it's going to come down to Will Howard, and I don't really trust Will Howard, to be honest with you. Like, he lost his starting job to Avery Johnson, who's a scrub. So I think that Tennessee can win this game. I'll take them on the spread, but I think they can win for sure.
Yeah. If it tells you anything, guys, I've already decided. I'm not taking the side. I'm taking the under. Taking the under. Tennessee grades out as one of the best run defenses in all of college football. And they're almost identical in line success to Michigan. And you saw Michigan control the line of scrimmage, stop the Buckeyes from being able to run the ball. And all Will Howard, his game is centralized with the play action pass. You have to be able to run to set up the play action pass. And that's why they kept running the ball, because they wanted to break a few to make those safeties press up so you can't play two back safety. And then you can go over the top a little bit with your receivers, with the young guy, number 2 there. You got Ibuka. You got all those guys. I can't ever remember that guy's name. Jonathan something. He's fast as fuck. Jonathan Smith or Jamison Smith or some shit, but he's a beast. I'm taking the under. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring, and I like the under in the game, but I'm not going to take Ohio State. I'm not setting myself up for that type of heartbreak.
I actually like the over. This falls into my, like, good offenses, big game, low total. Like, these teams got to empty the playbook here. They got everything on the line here. So I actually do kind of like the over in this game, if I'm being honest with you. I kind of like the over in all the games. The totals are really low. I don't know if I'll fire on any overs, but I think I will fire on the over in the SMU game. Like, I think SMU is going to get pushed around on defense.
Yeah, SMU's in big trouble.
But yeah, and then Tennessee, we'll see. I'm either taking Tennessee or the over, so we'll see for sure on that one.
Bro, I know we said the ACC is trash, but am I crazy for thinking that Clemson could upset Texas?
You're crazy. I think I'm going to take Texas minus 12 there. I think that's the one game I don't like the over. I'd be shocked to see Clemson do much of anything in that game, dude. They're terrible. Like,
yeah, I feel it, but man, Texas is not that good either.
So think about this. Clemson and Georgia, the spread at kickoff was 11.5. That game was played at a neutral site. This game's played in Texas. Texas's home field advantage probably of 4.5 points here. So you're saying Texas 7.5 points better than Clemson? I'm not that impressed with Texas, but dude, I just don't see Clemson being able to hang in this game. I think I'll lay 12 with Texas. I think Clemson is pathetic, bro.
That's fair. I just really wish there was a different matchup in week 1 against Texas, because I feel like Texas is the weakest. It's SMU's weaker, but out of the Power 5, dude, I think they're weak, man. I don't know.
Let's see. Boston College game tonight. Thoughts on that? Who does Boston College play tonight?
We talking college hoops here?
Yeah, I guess. I don't even see them on here.
Yeah, I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah, I don't see Boston College on here.
College hoops? A-frame, talk to me. I'm happy to give you a read, but fuck. I don't think they're playing today. They gotta be. You're going to the damn game.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the NFL tonight, guys. We got the Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos here. The total in this game is at 41.5. The spread on this game is 2.5 in favor of the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost called them San Diego. On the 28th. Trust me, we'll get you a play on that one for sure, A-Frame. I think he's talking about the bowl game. Bro, you want to take us away first on this one?
Sure. I've taken a lot of heat for this, and I didn't think that was going to happen, but I guess so. The line, I followed line movement. I bought back to where it opened at, above a key number. Well, it opened at 42. I bought back to 42.5. Because, listen, AFC West matchups the past 3 years have the lowest totals of any interdivision matchups in the NFL, including the AFC North in the fucking snow with no domes. Okay? So, these teams are they scheme well against each other. They play well against each other. Their defenses are tough. You look at their DVOAs. Both teams are in the top 15 defensively in DVOA. Herbert has no weapons, and he's hurt. All he's got is McConkey. J.K. Dobbins is not obviously not there. And on the other side of things, Bo Nix is due, and this Denver Broncos team in total is due for regression. I mean, Jesus, man. They are the luckiest fucking team outside of the Chiefs in the NFL. From field position to turnovers to just the crazy, to fucking people fumbling while they're getting ready to go into the end zone. Like, just the wildest shit, man. I don't see points in this game. You look at Denver, when they played good defenses, they played against Kansas City. They didn't score. Obviously they scored. They didn't score well. They've already played against the Chargers once. They scored 16 points. You look at the Chargers. All of their interdivision matchups have gone under this number. Most of them have stayed under 20 or 40 rather. I like the under. Under 42.5. I bought up to it's minus 130. So there's a little bit of juice there. But in the NFL, 41 and 42 are like super, super critical numbers. So I wanted to do as much as I could to give myself an advantage. T, I'm really hoping that you're not going to say, oh, I actually like the over here. But it may happen. So give it to me. Give it to me. I'm ready to take it. I'll take it right on the chinny chin chin.
So I didn't play it, but I did like the over in this game. I mean, it wasn't strong enough, obviously, for me to play it, so I wouldn't think too heavy. I mean, dude, when I just look at these two teams, it's like you said, the Chargers struggle against the run. Denver can't run. The best running back's out. The Chargers can't run the ball either since Dobbins went out. This game's going to be passing the football. I think but the Chargers defense or the Broncos defense is horrible against the pass right now. They've given up the most pass yards in the league in their last 3 games. I mean, if you look at the Broncos, they only have 1 win versus a team with a record above 500, and that was Tampa Bay, like back in week 3. The Broncos have played the biggest joke schedule in the entire NFL, in my opinion. Bo Nix is turning the ball over right now, and I just think the total is really low. Now, I will say this in your favor here. You look in the NFL, when the total's 41.5, typically that's an under number. When the total's at 42 or higher, it's typically over. I don't know why, but this number always tells you everything. I swear, it's worked for me all season long. It's worked for me in the past couple of years, and it's at that number. That's the main thing keeping me off the total going over right here. I like the Chargers in this game for all the things I said here. The Chargers will have success throwing the football in this game. I think Quentin Johnson will actually have a big game here and not do his dumb shit that he's been doing where he's dropping balls and whatnot. So I like Quentin Johnson to have a big game here, and I like the Chargers to get it done, man, outright. I mean, I always say sports betting is like the stock market. Denver beat a bunch of bad teams. The Chargers lost to some good teams. Chargers due for a win here. I think Chargers get it done here in this game and get back in the playoff race.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, if I had to pick, I would lean Chargers. Here's my reason. They just lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 30 fucking points at home.
Exactly.
How in the fuck are they favored at the same field that they just got their dick stomped on?
Yep, exactly. Also, too, the stadium has been a little bit of an over stadium lately, I will say. The Chargers have played well at home as well, even though they don't even have much of a home field advantage here. That's another thing to keep in mind. Is the Chargers have like one of the worst home field advantages in all of football. They have a terrible fan base. Prop-wise, do you have any props for tonight?
No, I do not. I have no props. How about you? Do you have any props? Do you have any touchdowns?
I mean, a man who's betting the under typically doesn't have props, so I like that for you. I've seen good things on Cortland Sutton to go over receiving yards today. Honestly, prop wise, I kind of like Quentin Johnson's longest reception. Let's see what his longest reception's at. I'm telling you, I think Quentin Johnson's going to have the game here. Whoever Patrick or PS2 is not guarding. So Quentin Johnson's longest reception is currently sitting at 18.5. I kind of like him to go over that longest reception mark right there at 18.5. And I like him as an anytime touchdown scorer and first touchdown scorer. I think the Chargers will get it going here. And I also don't hate Kamani Vidal either as a first touchdown scorer. So those would be my looks on props in this game. But I agree with you, bro. This is a tough game to get a look on props, honestly. I just really like to see the Chargers get it done here.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Touchdowns for me, I kind of like Josh Palmer for the Chargers. With McConkey back tonight on probably a limited snap count, I'm wondering if they don't go more 3 wide receiver sets. And Quentin Johnson, he's a threat. Whether or not he's dropping the ball or not, he's a threat. He's fast. You got to put somebody on him. Josh Palmer has always just found a way to – thanks, Andrew. Appreciate you, man. But Josh Palmer's always found a way to be able to kind of run the seam routes and just cook.
Yeah.
So really like that. On the other side for Denver, bro, I don't know why I can't think of his fucking name right now, but 19, I think it's Mims, the slot receiver.
Yeah.
I really like him to score.
Okay.
Knicks, they talked about how Knicks is having a really hard time getting off of Sutton. He's locked into Sutton right now, which is great for Sutton. He's getting targeted. He's probably going to go over his reception total today. But they focused and put a huge emphasis this week because the Chargers take away your number one a lot. Put a huge emphasis on trying to get Bo off that first read. So I think it's got to be somebody else. It's not Cortland. He's not scoring tonight. That's what I got to say.
I like that, honestly.
Okay. Amazing. Guys, we got some cool stuff coming for you. TP3 and I got to jump off of here. I got to take a little Shaq's thumb to the face really quick before we have a conference call talking about something neat called The Locker Room. And hopefully you guys will be a part of it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. Super neat. We'll get you more information when it comes. And it's going to be coming, that's what she said, soon. So bet. All the plays, get there, $15 a month. T, do you have anything for the people?
Let's get some fucking money tonight, guys. We're going to cash again. Let's go for our 3rd straight sweep in a row.
Wow. 3 sweeps. Dyson, Swiffer. What's one other sweeper? Hoover. Hoover Van. Sweep.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to y'all.
See ya.